I guess this way?
Yeah. I think so. Could be up. No, it's just a campsite.
Good morning, everyone. It is day 132, July 31st,
Woo!
last day of July. We are in the very wooded forest of Vermont. It smells really good. Pine. And we're leaving.
Pine and sweat.
Pine and sweat. Lovely combination. Not as cold this morning, so I'm happy about that. First day I've started without my fleece on. We stayed in Kid Gore's shelter last night. We actually slept in the shelter. We got there and it's in the middle of the woods and this mountain and very little tenting space. And it had like bunk platforms that held two. It was like a double. So I convinced Greg to stay in the shelter. It was not perfect.
No.
But it was fine. Just lots of people. Not too many people, but people smoking pot and talking about pot, and it was fine though. And then we got up this morning to a magnificent view with the sunrise, so that was cool. And then we headed out at about 7. So our plan is about 20 miles today. We have.
A mouse chewed my bag.
Oh yeah, so there were bear boxes, 3 of them, but they were smaller, kind of cheap looking. And this morning Greg brought the food bags back out, and there was a big hole chewed in his by a mouse. So a mouse got in the bear box. It didn't get any of your food though, right?
No, it just, it must have been using the Cuban fiber for bedding material or something.
Well, also he had a big thing of wet wipes right where the hole was. So it was probably hard for them to get past it. They did chew into the wet wipes a little bit. But this guy who was there, Ho Chi Man, he had some really strong Cuban fiber repair tape that he graciously gave to Greg, Sunsets. So it is patched up now. That's good, because the hole was about the size of your hand. I mean, it was big.
Yeah.
So that was disappointing. I had just a little chew in mine, like at the very top where I roll it over, but they didn't get in it. So what a pain. Not something you think of. You don't think about mice when you're trying to put the bag away from the bear in the bear box. We don't know how they got in. So anyway, we have Stratton Mountain to climb today, which is a big mountain. Straight up, straight down. That's about all I know. Then tomorrow, we're just gonna do a short day, 5 or 6 miles into Manchester Center, Vermont, and we'll resupply. And we're gonna stay in a hotel. We need a break.
Greg needs a break.
Greg needs a break. You want to talk about that at all?
No.
Okay. We just need a break. So we just had a lovely swim at Stratton Pond, and it was a little cool, but felt good because we were very dirty from all the mud and stuff it gets on our legs. So that was nice. And we met Ellie on the AT. That's just how I know them. They're this couple who are hiking with their 1-year-old baby. Her name is Ellie. And they started out before us going north, and then they flipped, and now they're coming down south. And so we ran into each other today. So it was really cool because I've been following them on Instagram. The mama's trail name is Kanga, and the baby is Rue, and his name is Sherpa. So it was really cool to meet them. Good morning, everyone. It is day 133. There's sunsets.
Hello.
August 1st. We are just leaving the William B. Douglas shelter. We have a half-mile trek just to get back to the Appalachian Trail from the shelter. So that's what we're doing right now. It is chilly out again this morning. My hands are freezing. And we had an interesting privy last night. We walked up to it, said privy this way, and it's basically just a plastic toilet seat standing up with a half wall in front of it and to the other side. So like when I was sitting on it, I could totally see the guy's tent down there. Like he couldn't see from my chest down, but he could see my face sitting there. It was fun, wasn't it, honey?
Oh yeah.
I should have got a picture of it, but it's hard to take your phone to the privy with you. I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. So we're just doing a 5.8 day into Manchester Center today. We are going to have to get a hitch because the town's like 5.5 miles from the trail. And I think we're gonna get the hitch into town because we should get there like 10:30 or 11 and eat some food. It's supposed to be a really cool town, kind of pricey, like a vacation town, but they're supposed to have a really cool bookstore, so we'll for sure have to check that out. We'll need to do laundry. We'll have to go to a laundromat because the hotel doesn't have it. And we're gonna go to an outfitter because we need a new bear rope for our bear bag. What happened to the one we have, honey?
It snapped.
It snapped. It broke well, you had to cut it once to get a knot out, and then the other day it snapped when he was taking it down. So it still works. He hung it last night. There's enough rope, but we just want another one just to be safe. And we'll have to resupply for 2.5 days coming up. And I desperately need to call my mom because like every night we've had no service and she has some stuff to send us. So I've been trying to call her, but we'll definitely get to call her tonight. And Greg needs to call his mom too. It's been a while. So it's kind of our agenda. This is the happy skip going into town